sorry, I fell asleep there through that entire montage of boring sports. Okay, now, don't get me wrong. I love sports as much as the next guy, probably a little bit more. But I do have to admit that they tend to get boring at times. I mean, baseball was invented in 1845 and has remained largely unchanged since then. And that was over 150 years ago. It's a great game and I do enjoy watching it, but the pacing can often be slower than boomers trying to understand slang. But that was all until one day, a very yellow, very smart man descended on a yellow, banana-shaped cloud. This man is named Jesse Cole. Jesse started as the manager of a struggling local summer league baseball team. The traditional baseball organization was not bringing in many fans, so he realized that in order to be successful, the organization would need to change and have to start being unique. And thus was born the antics that would one day be known as the Savannah Bananas. They started doing unique promotions and entertainment segments. This eventually resulted in the team being renamed the Bananas. And they eventually became an independent league, and they actually created an entire new game called Banana Ball. And almost overnight, the Bananas phenomenon spread like butter on sweet cornbread throughout the entire state of Georgia, the entire South, and eventually the rest of the United States. This game plays generally the same as baseball, with new fun rules to keep things interesting, such as a foul ball caught by a fan is an out, or that the game can only last 2 hours, and many other cool rules. In addition to the new rules, half the time in the middle of switching between batters, the teams break out into choreographed dances and lip-sync battles and competitions, and you know it, just to keep all of the fans on their toes. And the crazy thing is, it worked. In just 2 years, they have added 4 new teams to the Banana Ball League, making the grand total 6 teams. That's 200% growth in just 2 years. And I think the only other thing to have 200% growth in the last 2 years is the usage of the word skibbity. And I mean, this uprise does make sense, since sports have remained the same and have remained focused on the actual sport, regardless of if the viewers are having fun, since these sports were created. Except the Harlem Globetrotters, and the two have been compared, but the Bananas are still a real competitive sports team and organization with real baseball and multiple teams where anyone can win. It's not staged. But I think the coolest thing about Banana Ball is that while it is the classic game that everyone loves, it has new rules, new exciting things, and it includes everyone. Young, old, male, female, silly, serious, you name it, Banana Ball is for everyone. Baseball doesn't adapt to the fans have to adapt to the game. But with Banana Ball, everything is about the fans. And so, baseball now adapts to the fans. And yes, this all sounds sunny and dandy and cool, and adding teams is cool, but it gets even better. Okay. Okay, now bear with me through some statistics because they aren't always the most fun, but they are important. So, the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour, which wrapped up last year, sold out at 113 dates across 40 cities, drawing over 2.2 million fans. I don't know if you understand how insane that is. The last time an MLB team sold out their entire season was the Red Sox in 2013. So the point is, it doesn't happen often. And the Bananas are pretty much already sold out for the 2026 World Tour as well. I mean, just in order to get tickets, you have to join a waitlist and a lottery system since the tickets are in such high demand. That is just one example of how much the Bananas have changed the sports culture. I mean, I can't remember the last time people wanted to join a long, not guaranteed waitlist just for a sports game. It shows that this organization is clearly having an impact in changing the culture. And the Bananas really know how to promote as well. In the past 90 days, all 30 MLB teams combined had 71.7 million YouTube views, while the Savannah Bananas and all of their teams collected 42.9 million views. That's only 2.39 million per MLB team, but 7.15 per Banana team. That's almost 200% greater. Mind blown. And side note, I love how the Banana Ball organization keeps adapting and growing and getting better. One of the coolest parts of the actual game is how they continually add in new elements to draw new groups and new fans. Take, for example, the GOAT, that is, Derek Kleba, the golden boy of Broadway, the darling of New York, and the tenoriest tenor to ever tenor. He recently signed with the Savannah Bananas as an entertainment pitcher. Because this man got all the good genetics, like all of them. I mean, look at him, and he can sing and dance and play baseball. So he often sings a whole stinging song and then comes in to pitch for the team. Dude is like the complete baseball package for them.
A strange duet, my power over you grows stronger yet, and though you turn from me,
the Phantom of the Opera.
Spent the last 14 years on Broadway, resumed his baseball career here.
By bringing him in, they cater to an audience not previously reached through normal baseball. The theater crowd. So, the Bananas have elements that are interesting for just about everyone you can think of. There isn't one demographic or anyone who can't find something for them at a banana game. Whether it's the themed food, the actual baseball, the music, the dancing and singing, or the family experience, it makes sense that the Bananas demographic tends to be younger than most sports do, with the primary audience of the Bananas being under 35. The Bananas are fantastic, and we're the first of the new generations of sports, but they aren't the only one taking advantage of this new era of sports. Enter the AUSL. That's right, gotta rep my sport. The Talons are a team in the AUSL, which stands for the Athletes Unlimited Softball League. It is the first major women's professional softball organization in history. And as a softball player, I am all in on this. There have been professional softball before, but they didn't have much success. That was until the MLB decided to get involved. Okay, so yes, the MLB isn't always the best. They do have redeeming qualities. The MLB invested 8 figures into the ASL. Do you know how much money that is? That could buy like 2 jillion of those like little Krabby Patty like hamburger things. Awesome, by the way. Or like a whole huge island. Both are equally impressive. But anyway, this investment helped the AUSL to grow rapidly. The league did exist before, but did not have much reach or engagement with the fans. But after this major investment from the MLB, the AUSL restructured and started last year with 4 teams and have already expanded to be 6 teams in total. Probably even cooler, viewership for the AUSL increased by 88% exclusively on the ESPN platforms and 148% on all of their platforms from 2024 to 2025. Once again, this amount of growth for such a small amount of time is astonishing. And yes, they were a startup team, and so of course their numbers were bound to go up, but even with that, it's just the mere percent increase. It's not just that the numbers went up, but that the numbers went up exponentially. The Savannah Bananas and the AUSL are both indicators of something big culturally. There is clearly a desire for something new in the sports world, and these organizations are filling it. They saw that the sports world and the culture surrounding sports needed changing. They both changed what it looks like to be a professional athlete and who can be involved in sports. These 2 groups are probably the best examples of changing the sports culture, but many other unconventional sports are also on the rise, such as women's flag football and pickleball. These both seem to have huge rises in participants in just the last few years. Also, pickleball, like, who named that? But, okay, I digress. Anyway, for women's flag football, for example, it was actually just named an official sport in the state of Washington, literally like a year ago, which marked a huge step in adding more unique and non-traditional sports to the traditional sports world. And so, from all of these examples, we will now see what happens with the world of sports. And we will all get to take part and observe in this huge new change, since pretty much everyone is affected in one way or another by sports. So, now the question is, will the traditional culture and types of sports prevail, or will new, unique, and interesting sports arise? Hi. P.S. If you have the chance, go out and support these amazing sports. They are both so much fun to watch, and I can say that from personal experience for both. And they can only continue to grow with the addition of new fans and curious people. Okay, thanks for watching and for listening to my current hyperfixation. I hope you like listening and that you learned something new.